Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, The Great Picture here. DGP back again with another episode of Patriot Keys. And yes, we're back with another episode. Real quick news coming out of New England, actually via Instagram, I should say, because Eric Decker posted it on Instagram, and as you can see in the thumbnail from the title, and I'll leave the whole message down below in the description if you guys want to read it for yourself. But he has announced that he is retiring from the NFL. Yes, he's retired from the NFL, which means we're losing another wide receiver. So just looking at the wide receivers that we had last year, I'm not including Jordan Matthews or Eric Decker, but just the wide receivers that we had by the end of last year going into this year. Brandon Cooks traded, got rid of him, wasn't going to pay him. Okay, that's fine. Amendola wanted to leave to get, his last paycheck in Miami. All good. Playoff Dola. He scored a preseason touchdown yesterday. Hope everything goes well in Miami. We'll see you 2 times a year. Julian Edelman, he's going to be suspended for the first 4 games, so he's still on the active roster. We still have Chris Hogan, who's thankfully still healthy. And Malcolm Mitchell, he got cut. He was injured all last year. Couldn't come back, and he's had another injury, another setback again. So he wasn't going to play this year most likely, so he had to get cut again. Kenny Britt, injury issues again, injured this whole preseason, and he got cut. So that just goes to show you, I think the only wide receivers from last year that we still have that's going to be available for week 1, if I'm not mistaken, will be Matthew Slater, but he's really special teams, and Chris Hogan. I think those are the only 2. Let me check real quick. I believe those are the only 2. Yeah, and Philip Dorsett too. Philip Dorsett. So Hogan, Philip Dorsett, Matthew Slater if you want to count him, but he's special teams. So those are the main 2 I'm counting. Hogan and Philip Dorsett, the only 2 that's going to be available week 1. That was on the roster last year, man. So we have a lot of turnover. The wide receiver situation as it is right now, we came into camp, I think 11, 12 deep. Some people left, some people came through. But right now, as I have wrote down, we have Julian Edelman. He'll miss the first 4 games, though, so let's not count him. We have Chris Hogan, Philip Dorsett, Cordell Patterson, Matthew Slater, Paul Turner, Braxton Berrios, Riley McCarron, and Devin Lucien. And so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 9 wide receivers on the roster at this current point. And we know Hogan, Edelman, Dorsett, Patterson, Slater. Those 5 set automatically. I don't see Slater missing the roster because what he can do on special teams. So those 5 guys, really 4, but 5 because he's a wide receiver, are guaranteed roster spots more than likely. Now we have Paul Turner, Braxton Berrios, Riley McCarron, Devin Lucien. I feel like we're going to come into the season with 1, maybe 2 on the active roster, but the other 2 might come back on practice squad if they make waivers, as Austin Carr, who I loved last year, but we wasn't able to get him because the Saints picked him up. So out of those 4 guys, I think Devin Lucien is going to make it. Devin Lucien, and I really like Braxton Berrios, and I think Braxton Berrios could have a potential chance to make it. I like his skill set. I think he's a pretty good wide receiver, good at Miami. I think him and Devin Lucien can make it, but it wouldn't surprise me either if Paul Turner made it, because on the actual depth chart, Paul Turner is listed ahead of all those guys. But but I want hopefully Braxton Berrios and Devin Lucien. Those are the 2 guys that I liked in the preseason, especially Devin Lucien. But he's been playing against backups, so who knows? But being serious, I think it's going to be Devin Lucien. I think it's going to be Paul Turner and then Devin Lucien. But out of my favorites, I hope it's Devin Lucien and Braxton Berrios. So those are the 4 guys right now that's kind of fighting for the last 1 or 2 wide receiver spots on the active roster. And then also brings up Dez Bryant. Does Dez Bryant come? He doesn't. We still, like I just said, we already have 5 guys that's confirmed. Where would Dez Bryant fit on that? That means that we'll have to move Cordell Patterson, Philip Dorsett down, and I don't think they're going to move Dorsett down. I feel like Dorsett is going to be the deep threat option. Cordell Patterson kind of be that guy that comes in there, gets it going. And again, back to Eric Decker, he just didn't look right in the Patriot uniform, man, in terms of him getting involved in the scheme. It looked like a good fit on paper, but on Friday he didn't even play with Tom Brady, so that makes you know that he wasn't even thought about being in main top spot. He probably was going to get cut, and he just ended up retiring. Probably didn't have any left in the tank. He kind of was trying to do one last hurrah. Kind of reminds us of the Reggie Wayne situation just a little bit, where comes in, thinks he might have another year under him, but it's not working out, and he just gets cut. So that's pretty much it, man. Let me know, out of those 4 guys, who do you think is going to make the active roster, if any of them is going to make the active roster. But this your boy DGP, and I'm signing out. Peace.